This is really why this is just such a nice, quick, fast recipe. As this cooks, you can just go about your business. If you have something to do in camp, or maybe getting ready to hike out as I am, you can just prepare stuff and this will cook itself.
So welcome back to my channel, guys, and also a big welcome to all my new subscribers. Today I'm not in a lot of time, so I have to whip up something quick but enjoyable. So I'm going to make my tuna can recipe, and that's a quick way to enjoy some nice tuna with some herbs, some onions. It's really nice. The reason I'm not in a lot of time, I have to break camp here and then get to another campsite to meet some people. I hope you guys can hear me okay, because it's quite windy. Also, let me show you guys what kind of view I'm enjoying today. It's really nice. It's a lakeside view. I just saw some deer enjoying the water. Maybe, who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and find some fish. But first I'm going to head to the different campsite. First I'm going to enjoy my breakfast and then I'll head to the different campsite. So stick around and I'll show you guys what I'm going to use to make my tuna can recipe.
So let me show you guys what you're going to need to make my tuna can recipe. First up is a can of tuna. You can use any tuna that you'd like, as long as it's covered in oil and not water, because we need the oil to burn, and water obviously it won't burn. I'm using a little package of barbecue seasoning. You can use any seasoning that you'd like. I use about a tablespoon, but it's really up to you. And brought along an onion and a bell pepper. And you need to cut these up really fine. Any vegetable that you use in this recipe needs to be cut up really fine, because even though it looks like it, the recipe itself doesn't really have a lot of heat in it. So you need the vegetables cut up really fine for it to cook with the heat that you're using. And I'm use a little bit of toilet paper. So let me set things up and I'll show you guys what to do. Alright, first thing I'll use the back of the tuna can to cut up the vegetables. There we go. I'll start with the bell pepper. And I might cut this out because I don't know how enjoyable it is to watch someone cut their bell pepper. And put it in the can, or put it in your seasoning bag. Now you just mix up the seasoning with the vegetable. And there we go. And spread those seasonings out really nice. Make sure every vegetable piece is covered. There we go. Now we open up the tin can and make sure not to spill any of the oil. As you can see, it's quite oily straight out of the can. I like to keep the lid, sometimes it can act as a little windshield. And now you just dump the contents of the can, including the oil, in your seasoning bag. And that can be a little bit tricky because of the stickiness, but you can use a spork, as will I, and just ladle it in. There we go. Just loosen the tuna a little bit. There we go. Well, the tuna is in the seasoning bag. Let's close the bag and just really give that a really good chance to mix, and mix up all the herbs and the seasoning and the vegetables. Alright guys, I've mixed up the tuna in the seasoning bag. As you can see, the tuna has really soaked up the oil well. It's one of the advantages of first using a seasoning bag. So now I'm going to remove it from the bag and put it back in the can. So I'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, getting the tuna, once you get it out of the can, getting the tuna back in can be a little bit tricky. It's also a reason why I use a seasoning bag. You just cut off one end of the bag, like this. And then you squeeze it out of the bag and into your tuna can. Like this. Make sure to get everything out. There we go. And use a spark to press it down a little bit. It really needs to be a little bit compressed. There we go. That's about everything. Get rid of that. So now you compress it again and make sure to really squeeze it so the oil rises to the surface. There we go. As you can see, it's quite oily, and that's what we want, because we're going to make kind of an oil torch out of it. Right, so the tuna is compressed inside of the can. As you can see, it's quite oily. That's what we're going to use to light the can. So bring along your toilet paper. You just need a few sheets, and then place it on top of the tuna. And you really need to soak up the oil inside of the tuna can. So let it sit for a while, and then turn it around, press down. And what you're going to want to see is really the toilet paper being soaked through and through with oil. There we go. This side. Make sure the can is covered. There we go. Now you just let it sit for a while and really let it soak up. Now to light the tuna can, unfortunately, and let me just flip this over to get the most oily surface. Unfortunately, this won't light using a ferro rod, just the spark of a ferro rod. So I've collected some birch bark and I'll put it in there and see if it ignites like this. Scrape something off. There we go, and hopefully it'll be enough. Yeah, it's more than enough. Well, there we go, the oil has ignited, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but the way it functions is kind of like a torch. The oil is sucked up from the bottom to the toilet paper, and then it ignites there. So it'll burn off all the oil inside of the can and leave you with a nice kind of barbecue flavored tuna. I'm going to put my bag here and maybe act like a little windshield because it's very windy here. So we'll leave this to sit for a while. I'll grab some meal crackers, and then I'll enjoy my quick trail breakfast. Well, there we go. The oil has burned off, and all you need to do is just remove your wick, your toilet paper wick. It comes off really easy, and inside is some nice barbecued tuna, seasoned with some vegetables inside, and that makes a very nice thing to put on your cracker. It's really nice. It smells absolutely amazing. Oh, some pine needles. Smells absolutely amazing and really gets you going. So I'm going to serve this up on my crackers and I'll enjoy my breakfast.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the way I prepared this tuna can. It's a really fast, easy recipe for you to make while you do other stuff in can. So I'm going to enjoy finishing off this can, and then I'm head out to my different campsite because the wind is starting to pick up and I think it's going to rain, so I'll best head back. See you guys in the next video. If you have any requests, comments or questions, please put them in the comment and I'll get back to you. And otherwise, happy baking and see you guys.